to a safe and enjoyable.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at the Warriors. They've climbed all the way up to the second spot.
And right now, Chicago, they're rolling. And we expected that. Lots of talent. The chemistry is there. And so is the unrivaled production.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Thomas is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Collins. Then it's Lewis. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. And for the Bulls, they've got Jalen Smith. Lonzo Ball out there with MP. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. Early on, Greg, the potential landscape of the NBA very much open-ended.
An early win streak could really boost the team's outlook. Kind of define. So I expect to see them keep the intensity up. So we should be in for a fun one.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And Ball is such an effective two-way player. Takes smart. Shots on offense and really hustles on defense.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line.
Here's Mitchell. Last time out, he had 13 points. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. And here are the Bulls now, following the bucket by the Nets. Vucevic setting the pick for MP. Lewis grabs the board.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Mitchell against Ball. Fires it up. The shot by Mitchell, no good. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And slammed in by Smith.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Mitchell passes to Thomas. And stolen by MP. And MP throws it down hard.
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam King. The Nets still looking like they're getting going. They trail by 7. Back to Collins. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Coffey. Giddey defending. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Thomas. And he drops. It in from the low post.
Oh, Thomas can be scary when he's getting points inside. That really rounds out his game.
Giddey the pass to Peeler. Giddey sets the pick for MP. And he's good on the 3 ball. MP's got 5 now.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard. And you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got close.
Here's Vucevic following the 3-pointer by Brooklyn. To the middle. Mitchell against Giddey. Good on the bucket.
And how about the body control? Giddey refusing to let the defense alter that shot.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Mitchell passes to Thomas. To the paint. Wants to get it to Collins and does. He can't get it to go. Smith with the defensive effort. Ball from long range. Offensive rebound. Here's Vucevic. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Nets trail by 7. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Lewis passes to Coffey. And the Nets, another 3.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Smith outside. MP outside. Vucevic down low. Who is on him? And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by MP. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Ball. Pass to Coffey. Outside Collins. No good on the 3. Bulls leading by 6. Ball, the bounce pass. MP kicks to Giddey. Vucevic's screen on Thomas. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Giddey's got 5 points so far.
And as a playmaker, Giddey has made huge strides learning how to create for himself and his teammates.
Coffey passes to Mitchell. Thomas against Giddey. And the basket by Thomas. 6 points for him.
Oh, Cam Thomas is a very comfortable mid-range shooter.
Ball, the pass to Vucevic. To the inside. Pass to Mitchell. Outside Collins. Here's Coffey. Thomas outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Giddey's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's MP for 3. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist.
Great. Three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Mitchell against Ball from past the arc. The shot comes out.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Pass to Giddey. Ball, a screen on Thomas. Here's Giddey. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Here's Thomas. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. There's a good screen. Inside. Here's Coffey. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
The coaching staff has been happy with how well they've executed the game plan. They operated as a cohesive unit.
Now, here's Mitchell. Following the miss by MP, Collins setting the pick for Mitchell. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Ball, no good.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Collins looking around. Collins setting the pick for Thomas. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
That's trailed by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ball against Mitchell. Here's Thomas. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Thomas got 8.
This is one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Now, Vucevic, 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio.
And he was also went to town on the glass and posed his will, chasing down misses all game long.
Here's Mitchell, following the basket by MP. Here's Coffey, covered by MP. Here's Chicago. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Pass the ball. Smith outside. Giddey. And the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And Brooklyn has possession. The Bulls getting the bucket. And here is Lewis. And Thomas has it in the corner. Takes a three. A three-point. Pointer is right on target. He's got 11.
And it's big for Thomas's confidence when he's knocking that down. Keep shooting, young man.
Well, you talk about Cam Thomas. RJ, he's one of the most explosive scorers in the NBA.
Well, after Kyrie and KD got traded out of Brooklyn, Thomas went off, putting together a streak of 3 straight 40-point games.
And Brooklyn has possession. Following the three-pointer by MP. Smith against Collins. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And on the glass so far, it hasn't been
2 minutes.
Giddey with the bounce pass. Here's Vucevic. Brooklyn with the rebound. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season. Here's Coffey. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 8th rebound here tonight. In the corner, it's MP. Back to Giddey. Ball kicks to Smith. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Deep 2 from Ball. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Yeah, Ball knows his team relies on him to get his own shots, too. So he works to find his looks.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Alden. David.
Hey, guys, MP in the last game against the Spurs got the job done. He added 37 points, and he was really dialed in from three-point land, making a lot.
And a chance for just a second to check out the score. Breakdown for the Bulls.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Jalen Smith is up there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic. Then it's MP. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Johnson with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto. Pass to Coffee. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Misses the layup.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Nets trail by 16. Here's Stockton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
Vucevic a screen on Johnson. Here's Peeler. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And MP is in fuego right now. If I'm on his team, I'm going to keep feeding him and feeding him.
On the wing, Johnson. Covered by Smith. Down low. Pass to Coffee. Johnson surveying the floor. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Now here's Vucevic. He has 5. Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Keon Johnson. It's his first trip to the line. And the Nets making a change here. Whitehead's checked in. Smith hits them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Stockton the pass to Johnson. Fires the 3. That's in for the first basket of the game. After 3 attempts.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
MP outside. Smith sets the pick for MP. Misses the 3.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Stockton outside. Offline with his 3.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
MP looking around. MP going in strong. The shot that time not on target. Nets trail by 15. To the paint. Here's Clowney. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Smith sets the pick for MP. And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Who is checked in for Whitehead. And it's Cameron Thomas in for Stockton.
Well, from this 15, 18-foot area, MP showing he can be effective.
Johnson outside. And the shot goes down. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Vucevic a screen on Johnson. Here's Dosunmu. Lewis grabs the board.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Ball. Johnson dishes to Thomas. From the arc. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside, Ball. Here's Dosunmu. Bangs home the trifecta. Dosunmu's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Johnson against MP. Pass to Clowney. Now, here's Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Clowney. Johnson, the pass to Thomas. Shoots over Dosunmu. Thomas, no luck.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And here is Ball. Covered by Johnson. Ball kicks to Smith. Pass to Vucevic. And they call an illegal screen here. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference. MP.
And what a stretch it's been for him. I mean, he goes beyond the scoring, which he has had no problem doing. He's been all over the small things that take a shooting guard from good to great.
John Collins, he's checked in for the Nets. Mitchell comes in for Johnson. Lewis outside. Shoots over Vucevic. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Nets trail by 16. Mitchell kicks to Collins. Here's Thomas. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Thomas got 13 points.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Such a good facilitator. Ball has nice touch on that pass.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Nets. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Inside, here's Thomas. Here's Lewis. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Lewis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Vucevic to the pass to Peeler. Vucevic setting the pick for MP. From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 14. Johnson, that's for 2. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Smith's got 6 rebounds in the game. And if you listen to Cam Johnson talk about shooting, my goodness, RJ, he is a student of the game.
Studies a lot of different shooters, constantly analyzing his own footwork. And you know what? The result speaks for themselves.
Pass to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
The drive by MP.
Well, the defense tries to collapse on MP's drive, but he just refuses to back out.
The Bulls have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Collins checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Jalen Smith. Josh Giddey's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Mitchell in for Lonzo Ball. Lewis misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Williams sets a screen for MP. Brooklyn with the rebound. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Mitchell kicks to Collins. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Here's Giddey. A three-pointer, no good. Nets trail by 17. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Duck.
So it's Chicago with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Hold on, I just got an alert. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all. And that.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 34% from the floor. Starting off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's foul. They've got Mitchell. Lewis is out there with Collins. Then it's Thomas. And it's Coffey in at small forward. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And MP throws it down hard.
When it comes to changing ends, MP does it like only a young man can.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Pass to Coffey. Rebounded by Vucevic. Chicago leading by 23. Ball dishes to Smith. And then Smith with the jam.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Thomas a screen on Ball. Mitchell wide open. Knocks down the three ball. Mitchell's got 8.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
I mean, a 6'8 playmaker, Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Mitchell outside. Pass to Coffey. Here's the screen. Here is Thomas. Giddey defending. Puts it up from 15. Thomas, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Ball, no good.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
Here's Coffey. Giddey defending. This ball movement by Brooklyn. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Coffey can't get it to go.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
Giddey the pass to Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Nets. Outside Collins. Collins setting the pick for Thomas. Back to Collins. Thomas with it. Defended by Giddey. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. And MP throws it down.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
The net shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Thomas passes to Mitchell. Thomas a screen on Ball. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
There's a screen by Collins. And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's all in by the Bulls. Giddey's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Ball, the pass to Vucevic. And here is Giddey. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Who is outside? Giddey against Thomas. Pocket 6. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. For Chicago, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half.
Outstanding drive from Ball, not backing down from the contact either.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. When you compare, Richard, the NBA to the other major sports leagues, you have to be proud of the way things are run.
The NBA is a global league that focuses on global expansion, more so than any other major sport in the United States. And when it comes to the players, there isn't a league that treats their players better.
Peeler passes to Vucevic. To the middle. And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Coffee. Here's Collins. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating.
Watch outside.
Goes back up. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
You see Thomas's confidence growing on shots like these, just taking it to the defense.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game. And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And here is Thomas. 19 points in the game. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. For 3, Mitchell. It's all in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Ball. Rebounded by the Nets. Mitchell outside. Coffee passes to Mitchell. Outside Collins. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Outside, Ball. Pass to Smith. MP outside. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. MP's got 11 points here in just the second half. Mitchell outside. And the Nets miss again.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Here's Vucevic, and the layup falls. Vucevic has got 11.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Mitchell kicks to Lewis. Outside Thomas, and the foul called on MP. That's his third foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
So for the Bulls, Collins comes in for Vucevic, and Davion Mitchell subbed in for Lonzo Ball. And then for Brooklyn, Johnson comes in for Thomas. And it's Johnson in for Mitchell. Johnson's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's MP. Smith kicks to MP. It's good. MP's got 35.
MP works to refine his shooting mechanics every day, and it shows up in his game.
Johnson outside. Pass to Johnson. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Coffey. And again, unable to change momentum here. In the corner, it's MP. Back to Dosunmu. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside Collins. Out to the right wing. Coffey passes to Lewis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now, 6 points for him.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Here's Mitchell. Now Dosunmu. Pass to Peeler for three. Sinks the three-pointer. MP's got 16 points here in the second half.
MP looking solid from there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Lewis. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Oh, Chicago's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And it's Mitchell missing. Lynette shooting just 31% in the game. Johnson dishes to Collins. Back to Johnson. Pass to Coffey. Collins, a screen on MP. Here's Coffey. Covered by Mitchell. Coffey can't get it to go.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Pulls it up. A nice shot by MP. MP's got 40 points.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
And the foul called on MP. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
His fourth per.
Timeout. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Now, a lot of former NBA players have a hard time, RJ, giving credit to current NBA stars. Why do you think that is?
I think so quickly we don't hold next generations to the same standard as prior generations. I don't get into all of that stuff about who is better and who is greater. I just focus on the growth of the game.
And when Collins goes up, the interior defense runs out of options. He forces them to get sloppy.
John Collins.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
You hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
They've got Collins. Patrick Williams is out there with Kobe White. And it's Mitchell. And it's Peeler in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Chicago. And so Chicago takes this.
Right, MP. They can't stop you. They talk the talk, but you walk the walk.